they had brutal deaths, absolutely brutal. Their treatment was appalling all the way through, and nothing has changed.
My name's Ruby Hill. I'm 23 years old.
This is Ruby Hill after she got sick. Before that, she was full of life, training to become a pilot.
Ruby was just one of those really live-wire, adventurous characters. She had an infectious personality. Ruby and her little gang of boys had lots of mischief, so she was very much fun and make the most of every moment of her life.
But after surgery for appendicitis, everything changed. She stopped being able to eat. Her family went from doctor to doctor, searching for answers.
Ruby was really, she was onto it the first week after she'd come out. She knew that something was wrong. She even felt that something had been left inside, or, there was something quite off from the surgery. And so the journey from that point was 8 months seeking diagnosis. We tried many different medical professionals. It started then that it's in your head, that you're stressed, you're anxious, you're this, and all these labels put her on her as a young woman.
By now, Ruby was so malnourished she needed tube feeding. But her mother says even after tests confirmed a condition called gastroparesis, many clinicians continued to tell her the problem was all in her head.
We had a group team meeting, and a dietitian turned around to her and said, I don't think you're going to want to hear this, but I think you've got an aversion to food, and that's what's causing it. So this is 8 months of struggling at Whangarei Base Hospital, and that's what somebody who was in her team could come up with. At that point she was just in shock and very upset. I mean, it's hard enough for patients going through this of being unwell. You always have so many struggles to get through your daily life, actually, get up and be functioning, or even make it to an appointment. And even the process of returning for treatment after treatment is horrendous, and yet to be told that you're doing it to yourself, it's beyond belief. Surely you wouldn't be lining up for 8 weeks every morning to go into hospital at 7 o'clock to have an IV fluid.
It's hard because I'm suffering and there's no help.
This video was filmed just weeks before she died in 2021. She was 23 years old. 2 days before she died, she learnt she had hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome, commonly known as HEADS. This is important because the gastroparesis that Ruby had is often associated with HEADS, and HEADS is at the centre of a medical debate. Some experts believe it can cause something called abdominal vascular compression syndrome, which can cause the kind of eating issues that Ruby suffered from. Other doctors don't agree. They say these eating issues are purely psychological. This debate is still playing out today. I've spoken to dozens of women living with HEADS. Many struggle to eat, some are slowly starving. Meanwhile, Ruby's mum is driven to change the system because the system didn't fail just Ruby, it failed 3 of her friends.
In 2017, 5 young women made friends through a Facebook group they started up. Out of those 5, 4 have passed since then. That's massive. And they didn't just die, like you can say to people, 4 of them passed, and they say, oh, that's sad, and they, tried very hard and fought hard, but actually they had brutal deaths, absolutely brutal. Their treatment was appalling all the way through, and nothing has changed. It was a fight to the bitter end, literally. For the girls themselves, they were so determined to make things better for everybody else coming forward. In their most vulnerable moments, these young women stood up and faced media, faced medical teams. It's admirable in how they didn't rage and rant. They didn't abuse anybody. You know, they could sit there with a tear rolling down their eyes and still be told that they were being dramatic. So yes, I think that any specialist watching, you know, it is real. It's not all in your head. Medical Council, Health New Zealand, Ministers of Health, everybody, time to come together and wake up. You know, we actually need an inquiry into the state of this care.
Jo now runs Ruby's Voice Trust, supporting people with complex gastrointestinal illnesses and advocating for earlier diagnosis and better care. Jo says she'll keep fighting for these young women to be heard, to be believed, and to keep the memory of her daughter alive.
Ruby would be 30. Oh, she would be, well, one of her dreams was the flying doctors, the beavers up in Alaska. She'd be out there. Yeah, she'd just be doing the best she could. Still caring for other people, you know, still loving everybody.